The money is not in the account.
Yes. Yes.
Do I speak in?
Yes.
I never hurt you. I never do anything to hurt you. She been here in this house in our bed. I just plain give up. You're a liar. You a cheat. And I don't want you. No, I don't want you. I don't want you. I don't want you. I don't want you. I don't want you no more. My brother.
Oh, madness.
And scene.
And scene. Thank you. I'll take my Oscar any day now. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's your girl, Coley. It's another episode of Nights at the Round Table. What it do, baby?
What up?
I'm over here with my boy Esquire. What's good?
What's up, my niggas? I'm here one more time.
My nigga Naji. What's good?
Cheer.
We have some guests that joined us back from a long time. We got Cece and Nancy in the house. What's up? And the dogs are here. Rizzo and Chance.
Rizzo walking around real smooth ever since she got that plastic surgery.
She is.
Bougie as
She
fuck.
got a new leg. New legs. Lieutenant Dan.
New leg, who this?
That's it.
Lieutenant Dan.
Y'all welcome back for another week of the madness on your favorite podcast, Nights at the Round Table. It's good to be back. We've had a good time out here. We know who over here. What are we drinking on?
You tell us.
Actually, wait a minute.
You just completely, you made it.
I don't even know why the drinks.
Yeah.
That. Oh, yes, the drinks. We are drinking
A Trail of Tears?
whiskey. Oh, God.
Writer's tears.
I hope not. Writer's Tears.
Oh, okay. Writer's
Yes.
Tears. Sorry.
It is
Trail of
a
Tears.
whiskey. Is this local, Joss? Nancy?
Amish? What are you saying?
It's Amish.
Irish. Okay, not
Is there
Amish.
a whiskey that's not Irish?
Canadian or American.
Yes.
Oh.
What you call it? Crown. Crown is an American whiskey.
Canadian.
Oh, Canadian. Excuse me, I was wrong. Straight there from the record.
I'm just so used to drinking Jameson, which is an Irish whiskey. I forget
Jack.
that there are other things.
Jack Daniels.
That's an American whiskey.
That's
American
Tennessee.
whiskey.
Stolen
Jim
from...
Beam is a Kentucky bourbon whiskey.
Yeah.
Oh.
Still American. But Jack is one they stole from the black guy.
You're as smooth.
Got it.
Uncle Nearest, yes.
Gotcha.
Tennessee whiskey.
I am so glad that we have our liquor
Yes, connoisseurs.
specialists in the background.
Yes.
CC. Shout out to
Yes.
season 1.
Right, shout out. That's what we're drinking. Writer's Tears. It is a Irish whiskey. You've got a little ginger ale mixed in it. A little Canada Dry.
It's
Shout
actually
out to Paige.
really good.
It
It's
is.
smooth.
This shit is so smooth.
It's
yo.
about as smooth as butter out of container.
It's so good.
What level shelf is the Whiskey's Tears on, CC and Nancy? Like, is it mid, top shelf, low shelf?
For which product?
Writer's Tears.
The one we asked about.
Mid to top. Yeah.
Mid to top. It's very smooth.
Ooh, Yamasen is it towards the top?
It's top shelf Irish. Yes.
Ooh,
Jameson is the top.
Yamasen.
Yamasen.
No, not Yamasen. Yamasen.
Yamasen.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yamasen.
It's good. It
Namaste.
rides nice with a little Canada Dry. So y'all get out there to your local store, hit it up, try it out.
But before you get there, make sure you put some hand sanitizer on.
Oh, please do if you can find something, because Lord knows
my
it's sold
God.
out.
These
Speaking
niggas is
of
nasty.
niggas, shout out to Boost for being on our last episode. We hope you out there doing good. Hope you made it out of CIAA. I can confirm that he did. He did make it back to work on Monday after being at CIAA that he was so excited about. Y'all do CIAA?
I didn't, but before we do that, I hope Boost is feeling better. He was just
Yeah.
on that, little Jeremy, little Roscoe type vibe last time.
He wasn't. He ain't have all his sniffles with him.
Not all his
last
faculties,
time.
they were missing.
It was. Oh, God.
But he made it. He made it out. But no, for CIAA, I celebrated. Really big occasion in our household for CIAA this year. I don't think I told y'all about it, but because I'll break the news on the air.
Okay.
So in our house, we celebrated that CIAA is getting the fuck out of Charlotte.
Oh, shit. It was a farewell party for CIAA.
So long, farewell.
I'm so
Damn.
glad it's gone. I've been so tired of the niggerdom. Just it's.
Don't come back again.
Yes.
CC. I got out of the city.
You left on Thursday.
I did, bro. I did. I was like, I'm working from home on Friday.
Waving
I
goodbye
was
to all the
out.
niggas on 85. Goodbye, niggas.
Right. You looked up, my chair was spinning, and all you saw was red headlights or tail lights getting the hell out of here. I was on the backwoods, gone.
I was not able to make it out of town, but I did manage to kick it with a friend for the weekend and just kind of chill out and stay away from the madness. So that was good because I didn't, I had FOMO at first, but I let
FOMO?
that thing go.
Fear of missing out.
Because you were supposed to be out there in your little black dress, walking the streets with your chain link purse,
Singing Freakum Dress.
talk about
Oh.
who trying to choose me? Is it you? Is it you?
Pick me. Choose me. Love me.
I don't like how Esquire has he has these visions of me.
Visions
Pod
of
World.
grandeur. Yeah, go ahead.
These visions that these situations that he puts me in that are not only unlikely, but a bit far fetched.
I'm gonna say it one day. You can be like, yeah, that's exactly what I did, and then the picture's gonna come out.
It's not going to happen. But speaking of Seattle and pictures coming out and foolishness, it did get kind of cold last weekend. Are y'all good out there? Coronavirus is out here. Bitches are out here with their toes and they ankles out and their kneecaps exposed.
Jesus.
That looked a mess on social media, and we out here barely making it. Well, we good, but somebody out there is not. Y'all okay? Y'all good?
I don't know. I'm questioning everything that happens to me. I'm like, I've been pissing a lot. Do I have the coronavirus? I'm really hungry. Do I have? Is this a symptom?
It's got to be.
It's got to be a symptom.
All I know is my life insurance policy kicked in a few weeks back, so I'm straight.
Oh, that's good.
Bless.
So if something happened to me.
How much you were?
I don't really know.
You're supposed to say I'm worth more alive than dead.
Good. We're going to get into some more coronavirus stuff here shortly, but it's taken over, and we're just trying to stay out of it. We're in the panic room now. We are actually reporting live from the panic room. But while I'm in my panic room, I am listening to some really great tunes. So this week...
By Forrest Whitaker.
Yes. And Forrest Gump.
No, Forrest Whitaker.
Forrest Green.
This week on Find Your Note, we got some good stuff for y'all. Naji, what you been listening to?
So I can't pronounce the name of this album.
It's Kairos.
Kairos?
Yes.
Thank you. Bam, 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 bam. Shameless plug.
What do you know?
Excuse me. I get my boost out. Nicole Buss, Kairos album.
I feel free as a bird.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yep, that's one of the ones I like on there. You is a notable track. It came out apparently last year. You has been out for a while.
Like a year or some change, maybe even two, honestly.
Yeah, it's been out since at least 2018. Mr. Big Shot hits. Rain.
Ooh,
With
Rain
You,
is good.
Rain
Yeah.
SOS.
Yes.
I like With You. Okay, so I'm going to...
Ooh, with you, yes.
With You. Let me give a little bit history about myself. Any song that samples I Dream of Jeannie, I like it. I've always liked it.
Okay.
There was another song,
Yeah.
and I was just like, I don't know why I like this shit so much. It's so catchy, but maybe it's like, reminiscent of Nigga Night. You know what I mean?
Huh.
Okay.
So anytime someone samples that, I typically like it.
Nice.
Did you say Nick at Night or Nigga Night?
Both.
It
It
sounded
depends on
like
whose house
Nick
you
at
in.
Night.
It sounded
Nick at Night.
But then I was
Nick at
like,
Night.
Dream of Jeannie wasn't on Nigga Night, so that doesn't make
Okay.
any
No,
sense.
No, that was good times.
Gotcha. Just looking out of the window.
No, I like her, Nicole Buss. She is, it was a solid album. I didn't know what to expect because her EP before that was not it. So that was good.
It was pretty good. I just didn't like how most of the tracks on there was that You remix. She got like
She has
all
like
her
7 of them.
all her remixes on there. I'm like, I don't want to hear this with
Those are
Ghostface
facts.
Killer.
Those are big, big facts.
Don't want to hear this with Ghostface.
I didn't even need to hear it with Rick Ross.
I
was
didn't-
okay with
I
just
didn't
it by
need a
itself.
remix. And
No,
he, was
at all.
he was the wrong person one, but I didn't need a
Yeah.
remix. So yeah.
I didn't
Otherwise,
need a
a good album.
on it at all.
It sounded different too. It's like it's something that you don't hear from a lot of these
Yes.
female artists that are out right now. So it sounds different.
Shout out to her. Also, I'm listening to a young man by the name of Kyle Dion. He was featured on our Find Your Note, the B-sides, at the end of season 1. He has an album called Sugar. It's actually a re-release. He did a deluxe edition. I did not realize. Shout out to Benji Bangarang, who, when I tried to show this to him the other night, he was like, album been out. And I was like, okay. But he released some new tracks to it, and I took a second listen and realized that I liked it a whole lot. Key tracks from me are going to be Stay Tonight and Hands to Yourself. I think you'll like Hands to Yourself.
Me?
And you'll probably like Stay. You might like them both. But
We'll listen to
We'll
it.
give it a listen. But the album is entitled Sugar by Kyle Dion.
Last time you told me that we would like something, we were upstairs in worship for hours.
We did. Shout
That damn
and
Luke
still.
James.
can I personally take this moment to say, Luke James, I owe you an apology for what I said a couple of episodes ago about your album. It's amazing.
It is.
And whoever your producer is, they saved your life and they saved mine too.
That's good.
So
That's good.
spinning out to what I've been listening to. So I've been listening to a young lady named Looney. She's been on a couple of our Find Your Notes before. Young lady who has an amazing 90s type groove type sound. She has 2 singles out, not an album, but just 2 singles out. One called White Lie, another one called Good Game. Good Game is one you can dance a little bit to or whatnot. But she sings very well, and she has a good energy about her. It's good summertime feeling type music with all this coronavirus. So if you start coughing, put it on, put your hands in the air, and just, relax.
Like you just don't
She was
care.
also on
That's
the
it.
B-sides.
Yes.
Tony was also on there. So she's been out here doing some stuff. Y'all check them out. Take a listen. We're going to do something a little different, guys.
All right.
Well, I also hope you guys enjoyed our playlist. We put a playlist out for y'all, which is actually pretty good. Hope y'all like that. Find Your Note 7 is out there floating around in the world. Take a listen.
Let me just give you a little bit of kudos for the way you curated that playlist. There is one of the transitions goes from Kirby straight into Luke James, and it goes from "Don't Leave Your Girl" for a woman like me straight into whatever.
It Traveling? I think it.
No, sign.
Is it Shine On?
Shine On.
Shine On.
Okay.
And I literally have played those 2 in succession.
All the time.
Like, just I haven't gotten past that part.
Nice.
I just want to thank you. Y'all don't know if you did it on purpose, but I appreciate you.
Nice. No, I didn't really because we didn't have a lot of time.
Well,
So, yes.
sometimes things just fall into place, don't it?
Listen,
It does.
That shit was
So
fire.
beautiful when a plan come together. This week for Who Left the Gate Open, we're going to do something a little different. We're going to take a pause real quick here in a second, and we're going to do an extended Who Left the Gate Open because the gate, you guys,
The gate is gone.
the gate's gone, and we found that when the gate comes off, stuff you wouldn't even believe gets through.
Yes.
And
It's like opening a closet and being like in them cartoons and all the shit come falling out on top of you.
it's exactly like
Like,
that.
what the fuck is going on?
After our successful laugh that we had last week regarding that young man and his kidnapping, I thought that it would be, we would be behooved if we did not pay more attention to the random shit that happens out here in the world to keep you laughing. So something a little different, something a little strange. The more you know. Can you feel me?
And then after we do this little part voice, the next voice you will hear will be that of the night rounds at the table. Hear ye them.
Hey, y'all. NC On Scene is a brand focused on community development and socializing the people of North Carolina. While there are plenty of social media outlets that focus on where to go, what to do, and what to eat, not many showcase the people of North Carolina or provide unique ways to connect us and build our brands. NC On Scene's goal is to be a resource, a tool, the plug, just for you. Whether you just want to be seen in your dope fit, or if you have a brand, a business, or a cause you want to promote, they have you covered. Head on over to Instagram for more information on how you can participate or become a contributor for their giveaways, socials, community events, and more. That's at NC On Scene via Instagram. Your brand, your business, your life. That's NC On Scene. Y'all check them out. And this week on this shit right here, after the last voice that you heard, it is us, Knights of the Round Table. Thank you, Pastor Naji. Like we said, we're going to just run through some ridiculous stories that we have found out here on the interwebs. America wins in certain areas. In a lot of areas we don't, but in some areas we are definitely winning in the last couple weeks with some foolishness that's going on out there. To start that off, though, we got to give some shout outs to the beautiful world of politics out here. Elections happened. Super Tuesday happened. We got people dropping out. It's a hot mess. Esquire, can you be a pundit?
Oh, I say, what happened there? Yes.
He's our political correspondent on the scene.
Yes,
On
you
the
are.
scene, I got to put my right hand in my ear like I'm talking to something. Yes, Naji and Coley. It's been a lot that's been happening. So it started from last Saturday. They had their first primary in South Carolina, and Joe Biden won convincingly and ran Pete Buttigieg and Amy Klobuchar out of the fucking race.
Shout out Box Wine Amy.
So Box Wine Amy. Then he turned around and he had Amy Klobuchar and Pete Buttigieg endorse him in Texas along with Beto O'Rourke, and it was like a white family reunion when they had that endorsement thing that was going. I mean, literally, it was crazy. So then they rode on the Super Tuesday. Joe Biden won a lot of those fucking states. As a matter of fact, almost all of them except for like 3. Bernie Sanders won 3. Excuse me. Bernie Sanders won the other 3. And so now it's looking like a race between Bernie and Joe Biden. Michael Bloomberg dropped out of the race.
Bye,
Tom
Mike.
Steyer dropped out of the race. So we'll see how it goes. They're trying to replace our current occupant of the White House right now.
Here's hoping. If they as they do all their pandering, y'all keep it on. Keep it up. We like it. Or I like to see it. I don't want to be a part of it, but it's funny to watch. Stay tuned for our 2020 election coverage in season 3.
God.
We'll see how it goes. It's going to be a mess.
It's going to be a mess. Complete mess, but we're going to be here for it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Naji's going to love it because he loves politics so much.
Najee ain't gonna be around.
Kicking off.
Can't go to Italy.
This is true. I'm real sad about it. Kicking off our bullshit as we throw the gate off the hinges.
Wait. So I think you said it, but you didn't say it. So this episode, we're actually going to be reporters on this damn episode.
Reporting live from the gate.
So this is Channel 2 News, Night Round News. So we're going to see about what some of this foolishness is. Some of it is like kind of serious, but we're still going to laugh at it.
Well, because it's unnecessary.
Well,
Some of it is just like, why did this happen?
some of it is like, it's been a slow news day, so we've got to get something out
Slow
of here.
news week.
It's
Yeah,
a slow
yeah.
news week. Ain't nothing really happening. So what the fuck happened? Anyway, I just wanted to throw that in there. Hola.
That's good. This is Coley on the scene, Channel 9, Channel 2 News.
Channel 2.
Channel 2 Roundtable News. Sarah Boone, a young lady in Florida, called the police last Monday morning to let them know that her boyfriend was dead. Said she found him in a suitcase not breathing. As we dig deeper, we find that Sarah Boone and her boyfriend, Jorge, were having a fun night with Chardonnay and puzzles.
Oh,
and
shit.
it got out of hand.
And we assume Marvin Gaye.
Yeah, a little bit of Marvin Gaye and Chardonnay. They decided to play hide and seek, which resulted in Jorge thinking it'd be funny to get in the suitcase. I guess the Chardonnay caused Sarah to zip it all the way up, leaving room for his fingers. She said his fingers were out, so I thought he could get out because he was wiggling his fingers. She proceeded to leave him there and go to bed. She told the cops that she had forgotten it was a game. The iPhone video that they found later determined that she was mocking him and taunting
The lie
him.
detector determined
Yeah.
that was a lie.
She said that she was telling him that you cheated on me, you can't breathe. This is how I feel when you cheat on me. I can't breathe.
Wow. But his fingers were out.
His fingers. She said, I didn't realize he would die. So it's like even after she was done taunting, she went upstairs and went to bed, thinking that he would get himself out. And the next morning, she said she was genuinely shocked when she found him still in there. So she called the police. Whatever. She is on trial, not on trial, but she would be charged with 2nd-degree murder.
Wait, so did he suffocate? Like, what happened with that?
He suffocated.
But his fingers were out.
Apparently not enough. Like
He should have
was-
put his face where his fingers were and get some of that air.
Yeah, more than likely he was not in a place where he could get
to
that
it.
air that was coming. So
And he was drunk, probably.
yes,
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. But I mean, what grown ass man can fit in a suitcase?
Jorge.
He might be grown but small.
I think that sounds
I
about
guess. Was it a travel size?
I will never get drunk to the point where I climb into a fucking suitcase.
I don't know what kind of hide and seek they thought this was, but this is why hide and go get it will forever be better than hide and seek.
Not hide and go get it. Shit.
I had a friend in college who got drunk a couple times and got into the freezer when she would get hot. Little Big Eagle.
Like
Jazz.
climb into the freezer and close
She
the
would,
door.
she would take out the drawers. She was a skinny, small person. She would take out the drawers and the shelves, and she'd get in the freezer.
Would she be naked?
No, this is just
No, because
parties.
then her pussy would freeze.
That's a good.
Frozen
Last
pussy.
thing you want is some frozen pussy
That's a good point.
or broken pussy,
It's cold.
That's a hell of a way of freezing your
So
eggs.
cold.
If that was
I'm
the
so
fuck
cold.
happened.
I'm so cold.
especially if it's wet. It can freeze fast.
Yeah, that's
Dry pussy don't freeze.
your friend
like dry ice.
Need her ass whooped for that one. I don't understand.
That was at our PWI that we went to. That's the kind of shit we had going on.
Got you.
That school had a lot of shit going on.
So much.
And I
But that
loved
was
it.
that Florida woman, Sarah. I hope that whatever happens to you, you get through that shit. That young man didn't deserve to die like that in that suitcase. Ladies, leave room for at least his head to get out if you want to put your man in a suitcase.
When
Let's
they
not
said
suffocate
ladies
him.
leave your man at home, they didn't mean
Right.
in the
In the
suitcase.
suitcase, literally.
That's good. Tell us about Garth Brooks, Esquire.
Okay, going back to some more politics stuff. So I don't know if you guys have been monitoring the interwebs. Oh, I'm using my reporter voice too. Garth Brooks a couple weeks ago was performing a concert in Detroit, Michigan. He, as most celebrities do, he decided to post it on social media. So he posed a little bit. He had on a jersey, number 20, that said B. Sanders on the back of it. Trump supporters were very confused as to what he meant. The B. Sanders actually meant Barry Sanders, but they took it to mean Bernie Sanders. They proceeded to slander Garth Brooks' names, tell him to leave the country. The country. Call him a communist, a socialist.
For supporting someone that potentially supporting a particular, person running for office.
Because Bernie Sanders calls himself a self-named democratic socialist. And they were saying we were not, we were fans of your music. You just lost another fan, buddy, and just
those
a
were his
complete
friends
meltdown.
in low places.
Friends in low places that turned their backs on him. So they proceeded to get in his comments and wow the fuck out. And it was I got in there to look and see what the kind of comments they were. Some people were deleting their comments because they realized he wasn't talking about Bernie Sanders, but other people were just like staying on it, like he's still a communist. So.
That's so interesting. Like, it speaks bounds to the type of person that is out here voting for 45 in this new election. In certain places, they're not all this way. Mm-hmm. But you're in Detroit. Barry Sanders played for what was it Tigers?
Detroit Lions.
Oh, Bear. I'm thinking baseball. Yes. So he clearly, like, you're from this city for one. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm assuming. So that there are some pretty great basketball, baseball, football.
One of them shits.
People who played sports. Why would you think that? And you're at a Trump rally. So, like, why would he wear anything other than something supporting Donald Trump? If he was
that a Trump
there?
rally?
It wasn't a Trump rally.
He was performing. He
was performing at a concert.
Oh, I thought it had something to do with Trump.
Which
one makes it even worse?
No, it was just Trump supporters in the comments.
Okay.
Because Garth Brooks was performing a concert and he was giving a shout out to Barry Sanders by wearing the jersey. Okay. And it just said B. Sanders. They thought it was Bernie Sanders. No, they were just uninformed, or maybe it's been too long. How long has Barry Sanders been out of the league?
A long fucking time.
A long time. But I don't know any political people that are like walking around with their jerseys. I mean, I know they give them jerseys when they go to the White House, but that's just for like presidents. I don't know any presidential candidates that have jerseys that they're selling. It was ignorant in the comments. Like the people were like going in.
That's fucking crazy. Shout out to those people the people on the internet.
The people on the internet.
The angry people.
The trolls that live under the bridge.
Comments.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But besides for people that live in the comments and social media, we can turn to another story. They interviewed Normani from, what was her name?
Fifth Harmony.
She's been out here doing her thing and wilding out. They were asking her about the recent, or what her feelings on, what's that girl's name, her group?
Camila Cabello.
Yuck. Having racist posts that she put up back in the past and whatnot. And Normani was giving her feelings on it and just saying how, she felt hurt and saddened by it and all this kind of stuff. And I was really just shocked to kind of like see everything that was popping up. Did y'all see any of those posts that they found for her?
Not until you showed them to me.
Gotcha. So I guess you did see it.
Well, not until you showed them to me over the weekend. But please let the people know in case they do not know why Normani was so upset about Camila Cabello.
Well, she was upset because she felt like this was a sisterhood, and she just didn't understand why she was being treated a certain different way or whatnot. She knew about the post and everything. And she always felt like she was getting blackballed for a certain reason. Like they always just put her in the dancing category instead of the singing category and whatnot. She felt like in some interviews she was saying that may have played a role, me being the only darker skinned singer in the group. Because she was saying she was also getting talked about on the internet as well. People were being her comments trying to figure out why this black girl was singing with all these other lighter skinned women. So...
Because skin tone really makes a difference in your vocal abilities.
It really does.
It does.
It really does. Yeah. So maybe Camila Cabello's a racist. She's dating a racist. We don't know. Or she's just a kid. We talked about this the other night. Oh, well. Maybe she is. Maybe she isn't. I don't listen enough to care.
I must admit that whenever I hear about Fifth Harmony, for whatever reason, I just start singing the Seventh Heaven theme song in my head, and I don't know why.
Why?
I have no idea. Maybe it's the 5th, 7th. I don't know what it is, but I legitimately just started singing Seventh Heaven in my head.
That is so interesting.
It's bad.
Well, good news is Normani doesn't need Camilla. She is out here doing her own thing, having a good time. Looks like she's doing pretty good. Her singles have been pretty straight so far, so you know.
I haven't heard a song with
she had 7
with Megan Thee Stallion.
I did not listen to it all the way.
It's from the Birds of Prey album or something like that.
What did you ask me?
Did she have 7
what?
singles?
I don't know. Did I miss that?
I don't know. I don't know what that means.
No. This makes me want to sing Seventh Heaven even more.
Oh, I got you. Okay. You know what? We're gonna come out of that. Tell us about this lady, this fucking crazy lady.
I promise I'm not the only one that's on the scene with all these stories. I'm not.
Well, I didn't read this one entirely, so the ones that you submitted as well are the ones that I am asking you for.
Oh, wait. Before we can continue, you didn't open the gate. The gate never opened. I just realized that. We got this far and there was the gate. We didn't even hear the gate open. Is it that far gone?
Well, it's like being crunched, but I think if I like lift up some of this stuff and like try to move it, I might be able to find a little.
Thank you. That literally makes
That's all we needed.
It makes my heart happy.
Under the rubble from Hayati.
All right, last one on my end. First off, let me just say this. These cell phones are crazy. First off,
cell phones are nuts.
They are nuts. People are trying to get them. They're always trying to upgrade. Hell, these cell phone plans is goddamn expensive.
It's ridiculous. The phones are expensive.
They themselves.
Are you gonna get your phone? What you gonna do?
I'm gonna hold on to my phone for a little bit. Like my phone is paid off, and I'm going to just ride with that until my phone sounds
the
like
fact that people have gotta treat phones like cars.
That's it, bro.
If it's paid off, I'm gonna ride it to the home button fall off. Is that how this works,
bro? The phone that I want is the size and the features that I want is like $1,400.
That's not that bad.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, if you think about it, most iPhones cost at least $1,000. Like at least.
It's right on par. The new iPhone, the 11 Pro Max, is $13.99, something like that, and then there is one that is $14 in the 256 gigabytes or 528.
I just want phones to be $200 again. I don't.
So you want a time machine is what you want.
That's exactly what I need for it to be damn $1,500. But anyway, speaking of phones, so there was a young lady in Ohio a week or so ago. I don't know if she was on her parents' cell phone plan or if they were making the payments themselves or it was in their name, but they cut her cell phone service. So, like any red-blooded American, the first thing that you do is call the police when something has been taken from you.
Yes.
So she calls the police, and they're just like, man, what's the emergency? She says, hey, look, my parents have cut my cell phone service. I need somebody to get over here right now and figure out what's going on. Like, I pay my taxes. Something has got to be done. Mm-hmm. I'm guessing the dispatcher, or based on the story, I don't want to say they laughed at her, but they were like, hey, look, just this line is for emergencies. Get off the phone. Whatever.
Please.
Y'all work it out. Your parents sound like good people. We've been by there a couple times.
They're the only person that she could call.
That's it.
That's why she kept calling.
The news story did say it was unclear what phone she was calling from when she made that phone call. That's a good point, Naji. So they said that she called back 2 hours later repeatedly, back to back to back, because she needed somebody to come over. So finally the police were like, well, we coming all right. And they arrested the shit out of this 36-year-old young lady.
You said this was Ohio?
This was in Ohio.
Let me tell you something. Pod World, those of you that know me know that I worked in telecommunications for about 10 years. And this sounds exactly like something that would have happened in my last assignment that I was on at that telecommunications company. This would happen. Like, people would come in there, my boyfriend, my husband, my daddy, my mama, something, they done turned off my shit, blah, blah, blah. It's my bill. Because, it's not in their name, so somebody else has control over it. Because, you bummy and shit. Like, your credit wasn't good enough to get your expensive phone. So it's been cut off by the person who you're not paying, apparently.
Right.
I can't tell you how many times that I dealt with that, but to this level, it's absolutely ridiculous.
To call the cops.
Call the cops.
Call the cops. And they came, they arrested her. She got out on bail for about $2,500. And
she could have paid her fucking phone bill and got her own phone.
Well, I think you're right. They said that her profession, she was a realtor or something. So maybe it was slow. Maybe the housing market is not as good in Ohio. I don't know.
Was she selling tiny homes or storage units?
I don't know.
What?
I don't know. But in the mugshot, she looks real mad. Like, when I get out of here, that phone better be turned back on or I'm getting back up in here.
Oh God, she a white lady?
No, her. I don't want to guess what she is.
I had a reason for that.
I don't know. I don't know what she is. I don't know.
All right, that's real unfortunate. It's real unfortunate. It's all good. But she is probably on the same shit that this next young lady is, reporting live from Colorado Springs. Actually, she was in Washington State when this occurred. A young woman by the name of Juliet Parker and her teenage daughter, who is unnamed, I guess because she is a minor. They had been running around Washington State after Juliet lost the mayoral election for Colorado Springs, Colorado, a year or so ago. She took up photography.
Oh, that's
after
the best
this.
thing. That's what you do. That's what you do. Spend more time with the family.
And specifically, she wanted to photograph, postnatal and prenatal moms and their babies.
That's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
That is beautiful.
The article,
it sounds so lovely.
That's really good.
It
I like
is.
that.
The article shows her Facebook post. It's beautiful. It's really nice. It's nicely written. But what she wanted to do it for free also because she was getting her business up, she said.
Try to get a portfolio together.
Yes, get the portfolio up.
Giving it back to the community.
Yes.
Just helping out. Yeah.
Sounds really
Young
great.
moms.
Community service sounds really good for your next mayoral election.
That's true.
Exactly.
That's true.
Exactly.
That's true.
The problem here is that she met up with a young woman postnatal. Had actually already worked with her to do prenatals. So
Okay.
these were after the fact.
Laid
The
the
young woman
groundwork.
who called the police said that Juliet was a little strange. She said she wouldn't touch anything in the house. She would only sit on the floor. She would only interact with the baby, taking selfies with the baby, really focusing on the baby. And at some point gave her a cupcake. Who doesn't like cupcakes,
Oh, she's a
I like
baker.
cupcakes.
She's a baker.
Well, maybe she got, we don't know,
Okay.
like a cupcakery.
Something sweet.
A cupcakery. All right.
Who knows where she got them from? She gave this young woman that cupcake, and a few moments later, the young woman began to vomit.
Oh.
And after putting some things together, she realized something about this is not right.
There's a bad batch.
It's a bad batch. A
Oh,
bad batch, and maybe
It's
the
bad
bad batch by a bad
Something
bitch.
wrong with a bad batch by a bad bitch.
I think
Oh.
that's what happened. And
That funfetti was
she
fucking
requested
with
that
her.
Juliet leave. Juliet left, but she also took the keys and the garage over for this woman's house.
Wait a minute. The photographer?
The photographer.
Slash baker.
Slash baker.
slash potential mayor.
Took the keys
Slash
and garage opener.
Mayoral
The
candidate.
mayoral candidate of
So
the
the
bakery
woman,
community.
the woman looks her up to try to figure out how she can get in touch with her, figure out what's going on. And as she does, she finds more complaints about the woman.
How did she?
Like
Wait,
Yelp?
hold on, hold that thought. So she looks her up after she comes in her house and meets the baby and eats her cupcake. That's when she looks her up to figure out how she can get in contact with her.
Well, it says she was on the Facebook. For whatever reason, she's on Facebook, looking at her page, I guess maybe trying to figure out where she might be.
I guess for me was just alarming. It's like you didn't think to do this shit before you let some stranger come in your
Well,
house.
I'm sure she
with your
looked her
baby?
up, but like maybe getting where she could find her. Because if you've been talking to her via text or something like that, you might not know where her studio is, especially if you've met her out in public. She didn't have a studio. You've been meeting her somewhere.
Okay,
And you probably weren't poisoned before you.
And then there's that.
There wasn't a
before you had
poison
that.
apple.
There wasn't.
Yes.
I don't think any of that happened.
Okay, all right.
In
Just
seeing
wanna make
that,
sure.
she saw some other complaints by other people who had put out comments saying, like on those little neighborhood sites, like don't use this person. They're a little creepy, a little eerie.
Like Angie's List.
Yeah, yes.
So I was on Angie's List.
Might have been Angie's List. And then there was one woman in particular they brought in who said that she felt weird around her with her baby. They've come to find out, based from the teenage daughter testimony, that the mother was trying to find a baby to take as her own.
Wow.
She only wanted infants because she wanted to take them as tiny babies and raise them elsewhere. She was going to move across the country
Wow.
and raise it as her own. That is what she wanted to do. So she was specifically looking for infants. So she's now been charged for attempted kidnapping and some sort of assault due to the poison.
Wow. The poison
it's,
cupcake.
She needs to be drawn and quartered.
She's going to be arraigned on Tuesday. We'll see what happens.
Y'all got to vet
More
these
to come.
candidates. Y'all have got to vet these candidates.
There's no information at this time as to why she was doing this. If she longed for a baby, I don't know. She had a daughter with her. That one wasn't enough.
That wasn't enough.
I don't know.
But why didn't you just adopt?
She did.
What's the thrill in that?
She took a baby that was not hers.
Got it. What's the thrill in adoption?
What's the thrill in that? It's easier to make these bleach cupcakes and go out here and get,
Bleach cupcakes.
and get this child.
Why are the sprinkles white?
And she talked about she was sitting on the floor taking selfies with the with the baby and stuff.
Not touching
like,
nothing but the baby. That's the baby's cheeks for Prince.
Yes, that's basically it.
Because this bitch is wild.
Also, speaking of wild bitches, getting away with shit, or almost getting away.
I see what you did there.
It's been a long time since we spoke about Aunt Becky.
Should've left
Everywhere you look.
Wow, wow, wow.
Yes. Aunt Becky had some good news come her way in court this week. It appears that information that help me here, Esquire.
Wait a minute. Aunt Becky. So you're talking about Aunt Becky that was caught up in the college scandal?
Yes,
Yeah,
Lori
Lori
Loughlin.
Harvey.
Okay, Lori Harvey. You said what?
Lori Harvey.
Lori Loughlin.
Lori Loughlin. I was like, Lori Harvey. When did she become a Harvey?
That's her way out.
It's my doppelganger.
Yes,
Elena.
back in the that was this time last year, right?
Yes.
Yes. Wow. So about a
We
year
did a
ago,
whole episode on it.
that case blew up, and Lori Loughlin is the lone celebrity who is still fighting for her right to be a cheater.
Right.
But some new information in her trial has come forth. USC requested that, the judge requested that USC release the, is it redacted?
Unredacted.
The unredacted versions.
And he probably ordered. He probably ain't requested. He ordered
Yes.
that.
Yes, judge orders USC to come clean. So they requested ordered the college admissions department or whatever to release their, what do you call it? The things that you apply for, the applications,
Yeah.
as well as any correspondence that they had with those applicants and their families. And they find out that in certain points in time, they show that they do show favoritism and preferential treatment to certain influential people who advocate for the college, give money to the college, or large amounts of money, or who are of status. Like, her husband is an Italian designer, the Massimo guy, and her, of course, she's famous. So they have proof of that in writing, which is not good for USC. And I don't know, how does that work out for her? Like, why is it good for her? Is it give her a little leeway because they were the ones that requested and she just complied?
I would think if it's good for her because if she's saying that, and this is just my opinion, if the argument is, well, you were paying to get into the school, but the school had a policy of giving preferential treatment, that's not on her. She would probably argue, I have no say in that. Whatever. Y'all are trying to charge me with paying and bribing people and running all this stuff through the thing, but actually that's what they do on their side. That has nothing to do with me.
Well, I don't know about policy. From what I can tell, it does not say anything about policy.
Or whoever their
This looks more
admission
like
person
correspondence that has been out, and it's one of those things that you know if you need to know it kind of things.
Okay, well, whoever their admission person was, it is what it is. I don't know why that necessarily would be a good thing because either way it goes, you were still funneling money through a charity to try and get her scores up.
So maybe she's trying to take off a part of the issue. Like, you can't get away with the whole
one of the
funneling.
charges.
Yeah, the whole funneling money through a charity thing. You can't. This ain't gonna do nothing with that.
This has
but
nothing to do with that.
If you can kind of, I have no legal shit to shit, but if you can have some argument to say that the school told me to do X, Y, and Z, and I did it. Now, how you got there is a whole nother story, but whatever.
I don't even know what all the charges are that she's been brought up on, but I would imagine if that came up like that, and we'd have to see what was all in those documents as well.
Yeah,
because it's just saying that they show preferential treatment. I think that's a separate case in itself. Now, if they were saying, we show preferential treatment to these celebrities and they're giving money, or we show preferential treatment, whatever, I just need to see what more of those documents say. It is what it is. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Here's hoping.
She ain't getting out of this.
She's not.
Not all the way.
Shout out to our episode 2 weeks ago on PWIs versus HBCUs. You do all you can to get into a very popular PWI like USC. Just to not go one. And we over here still don't have any funding. Can somebody please pay money to our HBCUs to get your kids in?
Exactly.
Can y'all
Deception.
Please.
Disgrace.
Do something. Lori, I hope you still get what's coming to you. I don't want you to get off the hook. Other people who probably should maybe go hang out with Lori Loughlin in La La Land because that's clearly what she thinks. She thinks she can get away with what she's doing, and so can they. Our 45 was here in our wonderful state earlier this week, unfortunately. And there's a Bojangles. For those of you who don't live over where we are, Bojangles is I will only say like Popeyes because that's the closest thing I can tell you. If you don't live around here, that's the closest thing I can give you. But it is a staple here. Is it just here, North Carolina?
No, it's
Where
like
are Bojangles?
it's like in the South. It's a southern.
It's a
type
southern thing. So Bojangles has
I got Popeyes.
love that chicken Popeyes. Donald
Popeyes
Trump
has some
was at the
classy-ass
Bojangles
commercials.
Coliseum here in North Carolina. And following that, some of his supporters wanted to get something to eat because that's what you do
They a little hungry?
after listening
they
to
need a little bit of
45 Rant and Rave.
nourishment.
So they go to a local Bojangles right around the corner, and they are met with locked doors about an hour and a half to 2 hours before closing time. And upon knocking on the doors,
How long before closing
about
time?
an hour and a half to 2 hours
To 2 hours. God damn.
prior
But
to
this is
closing
8
time.
p.m.
Yes.
So not only was the shake machine down, the chicken fry was
The
out.
chicken fries down. It does not say if there was anyone in there, but I really hope there were people in there as they were trying to get in. But whoever was in charge that night saw their Trump regalia, which the picture that is on here, you should see this later. I'm going to pass this to y'all. The picture that is here for the person that is like on the cover of this thing. They saw the Trump regalia and paraphernalia. They were like, absolutely not, and refused to let them into the Bojangles.
First off, the picture you're showing me, there is a old white guy that's dressed like a musketeer. And
With
I
a
don't know,
sombrero on.
with the sombrero. And I'm pretty sure those are the type of, at least that culture is not wanted here in the United States.
Correct.
Based on what 45 said.
That's it. That is what his
He's
president
going
said.
over the wall.
That is very interesting.
Wow.
Here's the thing. Here's the part I'm confused about. If they were at Bojangles Coliseum, isn't there a Bojangles in that Coliseum?
Probably weren't selling concessions.
That, or it could have been if they left and maybe the lines were long. Who knows? You know,
And they were like, we're going to get some Bojangles regardless.
right?
You can need some hot glaze.
Well, they're going to be real upset when they come during the RNC
I'm gonna be
convention.
upset when they come here.
Because some businesses do close down when they have all that traffic
Yeah.
and stuff they have to deal with. But I don't know.
I don't know. The
Just
manager of
get this
that
money.
restaurant, he released a statement on Tuesday morning apologizing to any political supporters that they may have offended. That it is always our intent to serve anyone. And I'm thinking, man, we reserve the right to refuse service. Don't most people say that? I reserve the right. I'm not serving you. You get no chicken. You don't get my fried chicken. You don't get my rhythm if you don't want my blues.
Wait a minute. So if you were over the franchise of that Bojangles, you would have locked the doors too?
Would I have locked the doors? No.
Okay.
I would have done exactly what this young man did and then done absolutely nothing to my employee.
Oh, okay. So you'd allowed the doors to be locked, or if you found out the doors were locked, you
Yes.
wouldn't have. Okay, I got you.
You know, we're sorry about that. I'm sorry to this man, but
I do not know this man.
good job.
We didn't know y'all were hungry.
Why were they here?
We gave all our chicken to the Coliseum. So sorry.
It's crazy.
But yeah, that was wild. Shout out to people in North Carolina
Y'all
doing
go to
it.
Popeyes.
You could have gone to Popeyes. They shoot niggas over there, so be careful.
They do.
They haven't done that in a long time.
Well,
Really?
Yeah, they haven't done it in a long time. People are over the chicken sandwich. Well, not over it, but there's so
Oh,
many now.
yeah.
So ain't nobody needing to,
did we talk about my chicken sandwich experience on here?
No, what happened?
I finally had one. Maybe about a month ago. Maybe
The Popeye's chicken sandwich.
Popeye's chicken sandwich.
Which
I did
one?
finally have one. The Cajun one, because I felt like the regular was just going to taste like regular chicken.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, was it you that said that? Like, about it not being spicy at all? Is this the sauce that's on it or something?
I didn't say that.
Well, that's what I experienced when I had it. I was like, well, the chicken itself is not that spicy, but that sauce is kind of good, I guess. So it's just fine. It's good. I'm not going to, like, write home about it and go nuts. But it is, I just thought it was like, well, this is a bit much murder, car accidents, beating people up.
Babies pulling guns.
You're right. I just don't understand how any of that worked out. It was a good sandwich.
How do you think it compares to a Chick-fil-A sandwich?
It doesn't.
If we were comparing like this, specifically the spicy chicken sandwich, I love that sandwich. That sandwich is so good. And it did not
From
compare
where?
because from Chick-fil-A.
Okay, so I want to make sure we're on the
Because
same
the
page.
spicy chicken sandwich is actually spicy. If you
Tis.
take off the aioli, the little spicy aioli they had on the Popeyes one, it's just the chicken sandwich, which is fine. It's all the butters, the bread is all buttery or whatever, just like Chick-fil-A's. And it is a nice sized piece of chicken, like the way the chicken is like breaded and whatnot. I feel them on that. But as a sandwich whole, the chicken one is Chick-fil-A one is better for me. But it's
Najee,
good.
what did you think when you had it?
I had mine for the first time about a little over a month ago myself.
Mm-hmm.
I did exactly as you instructed. I made sure to get some coleslaw. And But my problem was when I got it, mine was cold. It was not
Oh,
warm.
no, that's
Like,
not good.
Okay.
the bread was like trash. Like I saw the potential, but the execution
Okay.
from that particular store.
Which
led
one did you
me,
go to?
South Boulevard.
Oh, that's why. That one's not it.
I don't eat Popeyes like
Yeah.
that. So I just went to the closest one. So I was, oh shit, let me just stop by this Popeyes and
You need to
get
go to-
something.
The one over here by me is typically solid.
There's one over here.
On going towards over on North Tryon.
Oh yeah. Okay,
That one
okay.
there is actually solid. The one on South Boulevard is like they put it there because like let's put a Popeyes here. But they don't-
That one's
Why
good,
not?
and the one in Concord is good.
yeah.
I hate you have that experience.
Yeah, it made me not want to go back, but
Man,
we'll see.
y'all
what
lost one Popeyes. Y'all better keep that grease hot.
I don't ask for a lot. Just burn my mouth when I bite the sandwich. That's all I ask for. You know?
There you go. There you go.
I feel you, bro.
But speaking of black things, or non-black things, Naji, report live from Florida for us. What the fuck is going on with Jack Brewer?
So reporting live from the Stand Your Ground state, a former NFL player by the name of I can't seem to find his name
Jack
here.
Brewer?
Jack Brewer, sitting down with Donald J. Trump and another round of other African Americans, and he stopped the entire conversation just to make sure that he made one point, and that point was, "Hey, I want you to know it's Black History Month. You're our first black president."
Wow.
Oh,
The glee that ran across 45's face when he said that was terrible, and then the cry of praise from the grandmothers in the room and all of the other people.
Grandma with her fat arm, she was back there.
I guarantee her banana pudding is fire.
It probably is.
Let's be clear.
That
But-
lady that was sitting beside him is actually it's like two of them. They had their own radio show. It's like their name's like Silk and Diamond, and they
So
had
they're strippers.
I don't know if they were strippers or
Geriatric strippers.
but their name is Silk and Diamond, and they run like a YouTube page for
Oh my God.
for Donald Trump, and they
Oh.
be going in
Are you
from
serious?
their living room. They be like, I don't know why y'all out here voting for Hillary Clinton anyway. Donald Trump is the one that's out here doing it. Y'all just trying to take him out or whatever. Like
Are you serious?
Fine.
they have a full YouTube page.
Lancelot, please find these young women
Silk
for
and
us.
Diamond.
I won't let him.
And maybe he said that he was the first black president because he thought the J stood for like Jamarius or something.
Jamarius. So
Donald
what his
Jamarius.
tweet said was, what Jack Brewer's tweet said was, being African American is determined by your lineage.
That's true.
Being black is determined by your willingness to serve and defend black people. Inferring that Donald J. Trump
Is defending
is defending
and serving black people.
black people.
I guess he didn't see When They See Us.
Yeah, no.
Or like the last 4 years or anything ever.
Yeah.
I don't think he saw Donald Trump's reaction to Barack Obama and
Yeah.
saying how he was not
He spent 8 years dragging him,
born
yeah?
of this country and
Yeah.
was a Kenyan Muslim.
Huh.
And
Yeah,
where's his
yeah.
birth certificate?
Or saying that people from Africa could go back to their shithole countries.
Shithole countries.
Yeah, I believe that's what he said.
He did
Huh.
say that. But you know what? Hey,
He's like Kanye. He didn't watch the news. That's what it is. It's fine, right?
or maybe when that young lady got her cell phone service cut off, his Wi-Fi got cut off too. I don't know. Like they've taken everybody's. The Google machine is out here. It's real, but
Yeah, it's really unfortunate. But when he said that, I was just kind of like, wait, what? Come on.
That's ridiculous. And what was going on? What did you say was happening? More pandering.
they were doing
Pretty
like
much.
a Black History Month celebration, all this kind of stuff. He's bringing all these people in. And he was talking about the coronavirus. There was a lot going on. It was just too much.
I hate that.
Whenever he pops up on my television, I'm quick to get the fuck up out of it. It's like commercials. Like you don't want to see the commercials, so I don't do it.
That's fine.
Oh, don't do it.
Please don't. Jack
Yeah,
Brewer, get your
no.
fucking life. That's why you're not in the NFL no more. Get back in. Get back in.
What did you say? Somebody in the comments said?
Oh, yes.
I was
that's what
trying to
saying.
avoid that because I
Oh.
was like, just in case the world is sensitive. Somebody in the comments said that CTE done got to his ass.
I mean, it's real out here.
Got him.
And I
it's a real
said,
thing.
you
That's why
know
he had to
what?
quit.
Aaron Hernandez was out here having problems, and before that happened, so they need to put Jack Brewer on watch.
Aaron Hernandez had a hard life of crazy.
Did y'all see his documentary?
I did. That
I
was
heard
a
Mrs.
fucking mess.
Naji watching it.
It
I just
was a
couldn't.
mess.
It was
I didn't
too
watch
much.
it. I
It
didn't
was a
watch
whole
it.
fucking lie.
It's a real thing out here, man. It's a real thing.
Wild.
But you know what else is wild? Is the idea that we bearded niggas may have to cut off our beards due to this
Yes.
goddamn coronavirus.
I hate
Are you
that.
serious?
So the CDC is saying that there may be some, I don't know what, but some kind of thing where it would be good for, the post said bearded zaddies are being told that they may have to cut off their beards to escape the coronavirus. So as a member of the bearded community,
I don't want that for you niggas.
Can you read
listen.
that? What was that post like one more time?
It said beard zaddies beware. And that zaddies is spelled with a Z. All right, zaddies. It says
I don't want my zaddies to not have their
The
beards.
CDC warns about the dangers about facial hair as coronavirus spreads. So now here's the thing, guys.
Wow.
I just want to be, I'm gonna be transparent with you guys because most of y'all don't know me, but when I shave off my beard, I look like a beluga whale, and that is the absolute worst. It is the worst version of myself I can ever. Whenever I feel bad about myself and I want to shame myself, I will shave off my beard and just
yourself in the
stare in the mirror. You don't deserve it. You don't deserve that beard. You don't. It connects.
Wow.
You don't deserve it.
I
To
don't
niggas everywhere, please
like that.
ignore that. Please do your research and do everything. But if you got to wear one of those little masks around your beard, like people wear when they doing food service, and they got to be a long beard,
As soon as I get on the plane, I'm gonna have this shit tucked away in the fucking bonnet.
just please. Some of you niggas can't not have your beard, so please don't shave them.
I am niggas. Okay, that is me, and I accept the fact that I am not. I'm
I've not seen
me.
you without your beard since I first met you. I wouldn't know what to fucking do. Oh no, you've done it recently.
I do.
But
I normally cut off the beard once or twice a year, and let the face just like start over. But after this last stint of depression due to my beard being gone, I was like, I can't. Mrs. Naji was like, you don't have to do this. I was like, but I just want to give my face a chance to be free, and I just it's not worth it. I'm just gonna have to deal with whatever comes with keeping a beard 24/7.
That doesn't make. Is it because like you're sneezing or you're coughing and it's getting stuck in your beard? Like I don't understand.
I don't think it has anything to do with you. I think it has to do with catching other
Catching.
stuff.
Catching
Because your beard is like a
things.
catch-all. Have you ever, like, when you grew your beard out, like, really, really full,
Yeah.
have you ever noticed that, like, if you were cooking or somewhere, like, smells, you get caught in your beard?
Right.
Like, I mean, beards catch shit. So imagine if something's floating through the air, your beard could probably catch it.
Because you can,
And then you sniffing it
Yes.
right into the beard, right from the beard, you know? It's like a line of coke in your beard.
Germs, like sneezes and coughs, carry up to 6 feet. So
I feel like this coronavirus is taking on a life of its own. Like they always do. They're saying a whole bunch of ridiculous shit that's coming along with this
yeah.
coronavirus. I don't understand.
It's always catchy when these viruses come out during major times like elections.
election time.
Yeah.
I thought about
or
that today,
things
and I
of
was
that
like,
nature.
and I started to look up the theories on it. Like, where's the conspiracy theorists at? Because that is exactly what this is.
Oh, they got the coronavirus.
In the 20s?
1920s, 1920s, 2020. Black Plague was 1920s.
But we had.
Oh,
I was about to say we had Ebola a couple of years ago, but
it never got here, though,
But
right?
we had an administration that took care of that and
This
made
is
sure.
true. Oh, please remind us what your president said about the administration.
He said a lot of things.
Well, no, the people who were in place to help us figure out what we could do for these types of things.
Oh well, number
for
one.
pandemics.
Oh, number one. When he was at that same Black History meeting, and they were asking him about the coronavirus, he said, "Well, you know, we're gonna look up one day and it'll be gone like a miracle. We're gonna look around and it's all gonna be gone." I'm just like,
What?
that's not it. So recently here, he's been doing a whole bunch of press conferences from the Oval Office, or from the White House, I should say, talking about the coronavirus. And he was legitimately, like, he was asking a serious question to a round table of scientists. And he was like, so is it true that we just need a stronger flu shot to fight this coronavirus? And the scientists, they didn't put the face on the scientist. He was just in the back. All you heard was no. No. And then he goes on to say, well, you know, the United States, from what I hear, is working on a vaccine.
This is what the president
This
says.
is what the president's saying. He was like, some people are saying it'd be 3 to 4 months. Some people are saying it'd be like outwards of a year. I think it'll be about 3 to 4 months, and we'll get it out here to the American people. There was really one of the guys that's working on his team was right beside him. Didn't even talk to the president. He talked to the scientist. He was like, Please tell the president. Please make sure the president knows a vaccine is not coming out in 3 to 4 months. It's going to be a year and a half at the most. I mean, at the minimum. Can you please make sure the president understands that?
Because he clearly don't listen to me.
And
so maybe you can tell him.
Exactly. And he's sitting there with his arm folded like, huh? Like,
God.
so y'all be careful out there. Please be careful. Just be careful.
No,
Cut your beards off and be careful.
It's a setup. Everything we get is made in China.
It's true.
Well, Ebola came from Africa.
We didn't get it here either.
But
We didn't get it.
But also, let's be very clear, guys. My 401k started plummeting the other day. Whenever this
Yes.
whole
That stock market.
Now's a great time to buy stocks in case when it's all over.
Exactly. I was looking around. I was like, "Wait, what the fuck happened to my 401k?" I was like,
Yes.
"I didn't make no withdrawals."
Yes.
And then I saw something talking about the amount of if one of the major economies, like the Chinese economy, is taking a hit with some kind of things, then the world is affected. And I'm like, God damn! Like my 401k.
Yes.
It's taking a hit because they're feeling like we're not prepared. But
My job gives us stock options as well, and I got an email from them
They clearly
just to keep
never
you
watched
keep
Lion
you checked
King.
in. This is what's happening, and I was like, "This." I didn't look at it because I don't. That's not something I understand a whole lot about, so that's my ignorance on that. But it didn't look right.
stocks,
It didn't look like the
like
other
it shouldn't
emails
be
that I
zero.
got.
I don't know what the fuck it be, but it should not
The
be
other emails
zero.
looked better than this.
There's
This
no
is not
reason
it.
why my 401k
It shouldn't be zero.
is dropping commas.
I would like to jump ahead real quick. We can come back while we're talking about coronavirus. I'm gonna just slide in here with another report. I'm trying to figure out why our jobs do not love us as much as Twitter loves its employees. Twitter announced yesterday that they were going to allow those employees who are able to work from home indefinitely.
Who is not able to work from home from Twitter? Like the janitor at the Twitter building? Like who is not like who is legitimately needs to be at the building?
That is what the statement read. Those who are able work from home. We care about our people. We don't want these problems out here. And because they are so, and I'm guessing, if I had to guess, it was probably some complaints happening. They initially had all their Southeast Asia and European employees that were allowed to work from home. And then everyone here in the States and anywhere else,
But they're in California, right? Isn't Twitter in California?
their headquarters, yes.
Yes. The coronavirus is out there.
So they finally decided to let them all stay at the house until further notice. So I'm like, my job, like people coughing on the fourth floor.
I mean,
like,
the closest person in here is in Wake County.
yes, and that's not far though.
Yeah, I mean it is, but it ain't. When
Where did they
talking
come
about
from?
viruses, I don't know. But they also said that somebody in Westchester, New York, infected his entire family.
Yes.
And I'm like, you, the fuck are y'all doing out here?
Well, they're underreporting. I saw this on the news. A family or a guy was in quarantine with the coronavirus.
Yeah.
They said he tested positive. Then they tested him again. He posted negative. Tested him again. He posted negative. He left. They left him out. Got him out of the quarantine. Then he tested positive, and he'd already been like to the mall, the movies, talking about we out here.
I think that was a lady in San Antonio.
My quarantine release. Oh, it was a lady. Quarantine release party, and that's
Right.
and
Making
that's what it
sandwiches,
was.
biting them, and giving them to everybody else.
right.
Nigga, we made it.
Is it safe to drink after you now?
Yes.
Did y'all see that? I don't know if I sent it to y'all, but there was this joint where this father and I think his daughter had he had the coronavirus. He just came out of quarantine and like his daughter's drinking her water, like clearly childish
yes.
backwash.
It's disgusting.
Not to be confused with Childish Gambino. And he just takes her water out of her mouth and just starts drinking it after her and then gives it back to her. And I was like, this is the nastiest
It was a terrible
shit.
interview. It's live on television. Like, why is this happening?
Yeah, that producer needed to be fired for allowing that to happen. They should have cut the camera too, because that looked real crazy for that.
I would have much rather to watch the reporter look at them do this shit. The fuck?
Well, they're probably on the same shit as this young man in Ohio, where.
Have we not realized the trend here?
Oh yes,
It's Ohio.
there's a crazy
Ohio
young man in
is-
Ohio last time. What is going on?
Wasn't that where the dude was when he made him watch Roots?
Yes.
Yes.
He was in.
No. He was in
he's
Iowa.
Ooh.
Oh,
Iowa.
yeah. Sorry.
JK.
I was about to say, Ohio always got some shit going on. There's some snowbanks.
He getting ready for the primary. He's getting ready for out there. Have they already had theirs? Isn't that a
Ohio?
big state that has to be one?
Where?
Ohio.
Oh, I think that's coming up next week.
He getting ready. This young man. Tell us about Ronnie. Whose submission was that?
That
Jackson?
was mine. No, Ronnie Williams Jr.
Gotcha.
So Ronnie Williams Jr. Is a street youth, as I like to call people, who is roaming
A street
around.
urchin. One jump I had a
Dude, he steals only what he can't afford. That's everything. So,
A boo.
Disney is literally in everyone's life. It's deep. It's deep. But nonetheless, Ronnie Williams Jr., RJ as I'll call him, he has been impersonating one Ed Sheeran. And so he's been going to some local churches and he's been singing and performing a particular song of Ed Sheeran's, and he's been receiving like $20. And so the post is, then the comments are just kind of like, you mean to tell me that you don't think it's strange that Ed Sheeran is going to perform for $20 at a church?
Right.
For sandwiches. I saw something that, like...
there was sandwiches.
You
You want some sandwiches?
Could he sing?
There was no audio of him. He is a fugitive, and they're looking for him. There's a task force being put together to find him.
For this Ed Sheeran
For this,
impersonator?
for the Shed Sheeran, there's a task force being put together, and now he is basically just a redhead white man, and
he looks sickly.
Yes, he looks like he's not long for this
Right.
world.
yeah, it just the droop. It
Is
has
he
an opioid
patient? Is he
face.
patient zero?
Nah, that ain't coronavirus. That's drugs.
But you know what? People want to believe what they want to believe.
They do.
This man comes in claiming to be Ed Sheeran, $20 and a ham sandwich.
That's it.
You can sing for the youth. So,
Go right ahead.
do you know
Meanwhile-
Yes, Jesus Love Me? Do
No.
you know the song, mister?
I don't.
Don't deserve it. You look perfect.
On the hill. I cannot. He probably had no instrument, nothing. He just came in with
Doesn't Ed Sheeran play the guitar or something like that?
yes, he plays the guitar.
No, he didn't even have the hoodie on.
Is he British or Irish, Nancy?
Scottish.
British.
Oh,
British.
British. He's British.
Rubbish.
So this young man probably talking like who, whatever. He's talking about, I'm Ed Sheeran. Here's my song.
We don't have $20. We got 15.
Playing air guitar. Yeah, that shit's
God.
bad.
I don't fit in at this party. Get out of here, man.
I
Ed Sheeran
cannot.
is wild. But yeah, he's scamming these local churches. And
The
Was
churches know
he
what's
in
going
attendance
on.
at this funeral that happened, that went bad? Was he there for that church?
he may have been the driver.
Of that hearse?
Oh,
I have no idea.
oh, that's me. So about 2 weeks ago, in California, in Pasadena, California, there was Pod World. If you could just see my pod mates, they're like laughing and giggling as they roll M&Ms to each other and eat them.
It's like E.T.
They love Eminem.
Anyway, in Pasadena, shout out to that. What is it? ASMR that Night Rouse is doing right now.
Snap, crackle, pop.
If you're getting a chill up your spine, that's Naji.
That's an M&M chip with peanuts. What kind of nut you got?
Peanuts. Y'all are the worst reporters ever.
What really happened on that Thursday in Augusta High School?
But in Pasadena, apparently there was a funeral hearse that was stolen, and it involved a.
Does anyone, aside from Stan from Martin, use a hearse for anything but funerals? Because I genuinely do not know.
Well, I think they were legitimately using the hearse for what it was supposed to be used for. It was parked to the side and somebody stole it. Only thing was, plot twist, there was a body in the back. And as they're riding down the highway in this high speed chase, and I don't know how fast a hearse can go on regular when there's a casket in the back. I'm sure your 90 is not a true 90. It's maybe like a 56.
Fair enough.
But they crashed the hearse.
Oh my gosh.
So whoever was in the back,
Oh man.
and that's somebody mama or somebody grandma in the back of the hearse.
Something.
Can you imagine y'all like, all right, we're gonna lay mama to rest and we gonna,
So would be death at a funeral?
she would want us not to be grieving out here.
She wouldn't.
She wants us to celebrate her life.
They standing out there waiting on the hearse. Who riding in the limo? Who riding in the hearse? Who riding? They trying to figure out where's the hearse. It's just, I'm sorry.
And they mad because the doves is in the front seat. And they like, where are the doves?
Fucking doves.
I
sorry.
imagine when this hearse crashed, the doves flooded through the front windshield.
Why are you stealing
Really,
a hearse?
I wonder the feeling when you're standing out there looking for the hearse, and then you see like an ambulance and and the police run by. You're like, wait a minute,
What is happening right now?
Somebody else?
what is going on?
What's going on? And where's Mama?
Somebody get Lisa and them.
You got to be a sick person to steal a hearse with a body in it. But anyway,
Shed Sheeran.
they crashed.
That was Shed Sheeran.
I don't know if the hearse or the body in the back was wearing a seatbelt when they crashed or not. I hope so.
Oh,
sorry,
God.
is that dark?
I
Is
hate that
morbid?
so much. No, I just hate that. Like wherever they crash, that's terrible.
Yeah, no, that's
I hate
really,
it for them. I
that's
hate
really
it for
bad.
the family. Oh well.
This is what I would hate. I would hate that if it crashed and the body came out of the casket and say like the car flipped over and the body's out. And somebody pulls over to help and they try to do
Trying to help the body out.
and they try to do mouth to mouth resuscitation on like
Oh God. He's not coming back. So.
I can't find a post. Somebody get married to the gray over here because
she
clearly
has a very nice dress on.
her makeup is flawless.
She's so cold.
Did she wake up like this?
Anybody, get up.
Come on, Dad. It's time to get out. Oh no, Simba. What have you done?
Okay, now that we've gone through all the famous death scenes.
Oh my god!
Run away.
Never come back.
That's good. That's really good. You guys, this was thank you all for humoring us as we went down this because we see these things out on the interwebs. These are the things that we pass back and forth to each other throughout our day.
Tis.
And we just wanted to share these with y'all. Y'all take a look. You know, whatever news outlet you use, they always have a section for weird news. Check it out. You'd be surprised what the hell your peoples are out here doing. You'd be real surprised. It's real unfortunate. It's kind of unnerving sometimes, just like this.
Tis.
But it's happening. It's a little break from
It's
the
out here.
politics, a little break from the coronavirus. If that's what you need, it's out there for you.
It's out here.
Yeah, it's out there.
It's one Google search away. You can find you
Just
something.
one, baby.
And if you can't take that, you could always go to Disney Plus and watch some good old Disney throwbacks.
That's
This
it.
is true.
Then you can quote along with us.
Could we please find Lancelot? We're gonna need some screwdriver, a monkey wrench, and some WD-40. We need to get this gate back on.
Okay. All right. I'll
So
call
we-
him.
and some
you can
chewing
call
gum.
him
Some
and-
little bit of chewing gum.
That'd be good. The big bubble with the baseball player on it.
Okay.
We
Oh,
need
yeah,
that
yeah,
kind.
yeah. They got some of that at the corner store by my house.
That's
What
the
is that,
kind that we
bazooka?
need.
No, not
the one
bazooka.
with
The one that looks like the baseball players on.
that joint.
What is that?
You
We
ever
need
seen that
them-
gun?
we
It's
need
like in a
those.
pack.
Is it called Big Bubble?
No,
I
Big
don't
Bubble's
remember
something
what it's
different.
called,
Okay.
I'll find it. I'll bring next time I see you. I'll bring you some.
but that's what we need though.
You don't have to.
That's true.
I'm
It,
flattered.
it
You don't
comes in
have
like
to.
a big little pack. It looks like chewing
Yes.
tobacco. It's like how they wanted
Yes,
to like make
chew
it
tobacco,
look.
chew tobacco spit.
Oh, you had some?
When I was a kid,
Back
yeah.
when I was a kid, yeah.
Okay.
Back when I had those them gum cigarettes.
I can't. No.
I used to be at the bus stop going ham in the wintertime with them gum cigarettes
Your son has a very bad smoking problem.
at 7.
We're gonna get this gate closed up. Y'all keep y'all be good out there. Like, do your best, do your worst, whatever. Actually, do your worst, so we can talk about you in 2 weeks. It don't really matter.
Ooh, did you ever hear if Boost saw anybody that he wanted to talk about from CI? Oh, hello.
Well, he did his. If you guys are out there following Fashion Boost official or the Jet and Devaco, he did do some of his street interviews out there. So y'all check him out on the Instagram. He did talk about it. He did find some people out there. So he will be dropping some episodes of his new show, Dress Code. That is a thing.
Oh,
So he wasn't like
it's a
talking
show.
shit about nobody though, because he
Not
said
out
he was
there.
going to.
He was mostly interviewing, and I think he'll be using it. The people that he does want to talk shit about for later.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Got it.
We're going to close this gate up. We're going to take a pause for some people that we will celebrate, and we shall not speak ill of. One for us. One for us. I ain't scared of your brother. I ain't scared of no sheep.
I ain't scared of nobody. Lord, with me. Deception.
But not deceiving us is the Erica H. James
Were you recording that, you son of a bitch? You are a trash individual.
JK. We'll cut it.
Oh, no, you don't have to. I don't really give a shit.
For our FUBU moment, ladies and gentlemen, is one Dr. Erica H. James. She was recently named the first black person, I would say woman, but the first black person, period, to be named Dean of the prestigious Wharton School of Business of the University of Pennsylvania.
Oh, cool.
So if you ever hear people talking about they went to Wharton, that's a really, really great business school.
I've never heard of
it's
Wharton.
hard to get in.
Really?
It is like the business school to go to. University of Pennsylvania is considered a, not Ivy League, but it's like one of the more...
It's prestigious.
It's prestigious.
It's very prestigious.
It's a prestigious university to go to. But she was named as the dean of the Wharton School of Business, so that is pretty cool.
That's dope
for her. As Esquire would say, she's beautiful.
No
You should look at her
matter
picture.
what they say.
So shout out to you, Dr. James, for being that great. She was dean of something else. What school starts with the E?
Education, economics.
No,
school.
No, like the actual
Elite
school, not the.
It's
not
somewhere
like the
down
college.
here, but she had been a dean.
Elon?
Emerson?
Elon, no.
Emory.
Emory.
There it is.
University. Yes, she was president down there, but now she's
We got
moved
some
up to
good
this.
trivia facts, guys.
That's
Thank you so
right?
much.
That's it. She was the dean down there too.
She was down there also. But she
Emory's
had
dope, too.
lots of programs that she'd been enlisting. She increased from reading the article, their black business school applicants and graduates over time by, I want to say, it's not going to pull it right now, it's a higher percentage than normal. So
Over
that's one of the
10%?
reasons, yes.
Okay.
That's one of the reasons she was selected, I'm guessing, to increase diversity and graduation rates for people of color. So that's really cool. Shout out to you. Someone else that we have to pay homage to in our FUBU moment is going to be Katherine Johnson. She was the mathematician working for NASA back in the, 60s, right? The 60s?
Yeah.
60s?
50s,
or in
50s,
general.
60s, yeah.
Yes, during that time.
Back a while ago.
She was
Not a
also
week ago.
one of the inspirations for the Oscar-winning movie Hidden Figures. She did pass away here recently, so shout out to you, Ms. Johnson. She did receive her flowers before she died.
I love how you have a note in here that says "We love you, Katie."
That's for y'all.
Say,
when you
Katie
read-
girl.
Yes,
We love you, Katie girl.
Love you, Katie. Girl.
I do that in case y'all. It's not me doing it, so when y'all read it, that's what you see.
Okay.
But yeah, shout out to you. One of the people that we tend to forget existed out there, but she was great. And lots of little girls are now doing their science things with they scientific calculators and doing cool stuff because of her. So we appreciate you.
TI 83.
There you go.
Plus.
All of that. Well, that's pretty good. How was that? How do y'all feel about that?
Well, we were.
Nancy is back.
Sorry, Nancy.
She was in a cocoon, but now
wandered
she's
down
back.
here, like, looking for something.
Very confused on her return.
Put a church finger up to get out.
Right.
We are here because we're here. And as we wrap up this episode, I did want to make a callback. If you're listening to this episode, you did hear our business promo for the week. It is a organization by the name of NC On Scene. They are partnering with the one and only Boost, our friendly favorite, for a little event on March 20th called Branding You. And it is a networking event for those who have a brand, business, or wealth of knowledge in their field to create a space where people can collaborate and share ideas and best practices. It's going to be held at Be Social, that is here in Charlotte. So if you don't live here in Charlotte, North Carolina, we do apologize. But you can still follow NC On Scene and learn what they got going on and be partners with them. They do a lot of cool stuff coming up. So shout out to my homegirl for doing that. And also shout out to Booze for partnering with her. That is, again, Branding You. And that's going to be on March 20th at 7 p.m. if you live in the QC and have a business or a brand, or you're an expert in the field and you want to share knowledge with others who might need it or benefit from it. Y'all get together and help each other out because that's what it's all about. I want to give that shout out to them. Anything else on the wrap up, guys?
Oh, I have a question for you. Being a Canada Dry founding member, stockholder, and
Right.
everything, you should really buy stock while the stock market's kind of down some.
Yes.
Have you tried the Canada Dry Bold?
No, but I saw a picture of it and I was like, is that a real thing? I thought it was a joke.
What
is
is
it
it?
real?
It's supposed to be like a more gingery Canada Dry, like a more strong Canada
like
Dry.
a spite that whatever that's hit you get from tasting ginger.
Okay.
Raw ginger.
Yeah, it's supposed to just be like, I guess, a stronger ginger ale.
So,
Okay.
for whatever reason, I thought it was some sort of internet scam.
Because they had
BS.
the coronavirus stuff.
Yes, so I was like, this is not real, so I didn't pay any attention.
Like
I'm gonna go
ginger,
get it.
ginger ale, cold red.
Right. So I'm going to I'll go check it out if I can find it somewhere. I'll try it and let you know.
Okay.
I most certainly shall.
I just saw someone post about it and they were talking about how good it is. It's like very gingery.
Okay. Maybe closer to like ginger beer, but without the hops.
Maybe that's what it is. Closer to ginger beer.
But I've never heard of ginger beer having hops in it.
Well, I say hops because it's called beer.
Oh, I was
but
about to say,
whatever
I
the-
never knew that ginger beer had fucking hops in it. I was like, all these years, my daddy been
Please don't take anything I say for
no hops
for
in
truth.
that. No hops
hops
in
and
it.
barley.
No hops in it.
Yeast.
The yeast freezes in the freezer.
I have not one mumbling word to say.
All right. But we out here. It's been nights at the round table. By the time y'all hear this, it'll be the weekend. Y'all enjoy yourselves out here. We in March already. Like, when did that happen? Here it
It's
is.
just wild.
2020 is coming at us nice and hard. So duck or open wide. I don't know. Whatever you want to do. You should see Esquire's
Duck or
face.
open wide. All right, cool.
I mean, you only got two options.
I guess. Shit'll get off the pot.
That's it.
Y'all stay tuned. We got more content coming your way, more partnerships, more fun stuff. Y'all hit us up at Night Rounds on the Instagram. Our Twitter is a little more popping-ish, maybe.
It's been
a little more
going.
popping
It's
these
been
days.
going.
Lancelot is kind of cooperating with us.
Good.
He found out he needed extra credits to graduate, so he needs to get on his job.
Yeah.
So that's exciting.
He found out we weren't going to be writing a letter of recommendation
Correct.
for his next gig.
Correct.
Clearly. This internship means business.
Those of you that would like to partner with us or work with us, hit us up, talk to us, we talk back. Shoot us a little line. We'd love to see what you got going on and work with you, be a part of whatever you have going on. Show up where you want to show up. We got some really cool stuff coming your way as season 2 wraps up here in the next couple months. It's going to be real good. Look out for a new live episode and all types of fun stuff. But we're going to get up out of here, Thank y'all for being here once again. It's Saturday. Y'all have a good weekend. Be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. It's your girl, Coley, Esquire,
What up? Ow!
Naji.
Deception.
This is Nice at the Round Table. We love y'all. We appreciate you. Have a very,
Evil
very
is
good
plain
weekend.
as
We
the
out.
scar on
Ow!
his